Este disco se lo dedico a mi amigo Faustino Otero.
Hello, and welcome to Popcorn News, something to watch while you eat popcorn. Do not try to comprehend it all. Nay, just eat the popcorn. In the previous Popcorn News, discussion was contained about Mount Ebal versus Mount Gerizim. Which is the true holy mountain? Well, one man decided to go to Israel. Or maybe it's not Israel, but somewhere in the vicinity, maybe Palestine, and see for himself about Mount Ebal and Mount Gerizim.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm your brother Yahya Bondele, coming here all the way to Israel, Mount Gerizim and Mount Ebal. So to my left is Mount Ebal. And in front of me, Mount Gerizim.
So that was just a little further information about Mount Gerizim and Mount Ebal. But the true story emerging lately is about further evidence of election fraud in the Democrat Party primaries. Democracy Lost, a report on the fatally flawed 2016 Democratic primaries. A report issued on or around July 29, 2016 by Election Justice USA. Who is Election Justice USA? Election Justice USA, a national nonpartisan team of seasoned election integrity experts, attorneys, statisticians, journalists, and activists. The circumstances surrounding Arizona's presidential primary on March 22, 2016, widely acknowledged as one of the most disastrous election days in recent memory, were the lightning rod that catalyzed the formation of EJUSA. Throughout the course of the 2016 presidential primary season, EJUSA has emerged as a leader in the fight for honest elections, pursuing legal action in several states in an attempt to counteract specific forms of targeted voter suppression and election fraud. Summary of direct evidence for election fraud, voter suppression, and other irregularities. Evidence include multiple instances of voter suppression, election fraud, voter suppression, voter registration tampering, illegal voter registration purges, evidence for erroneous or fraudulent voting machine counts, registration tampering, changes made to party affiliation or registration status without a valid voter's knowledge or consent, illegal voter purging, New York, 2 Brooklyn Board of Elections top officials suspended without pay in response to reports of 121,000 wrongly purged voters, evidence of fraudulent or erroneous voting machine tallies, primary contest exit poll discrepancies exceed margin of error. Media outlets have removed the unexpurgated poll numbers for 10 of these 11 cases. According to USAID, an organization that works to promote oversight of electoral processes, exit polls are powerful analytical tools. A discrepancy between the votes reported by voters and official results may suggest that results have been manipulated, but it does not prove this to be the case. Daily Cause Election Justice USA study finds that without election fraud, Sanders would have won by landslide. Election fraud, vote fraud in the Democrat Party primaries.
As we try to climb out from the wreckage of the Democratic primary coup, wasn't an election, it was a coup. The American people, the Democratic constituents, the majority who voted for Bernie Sanders and now are being subjected to the installation of Hillary Clinton into the presidential nomination for the benefit of the corporate donors and the military-industrial profiteers who control the Democratic Party. We are all kind of left breathless and stunned with the betrayal and the abuse and the fraud that has been perpetrated against us.
Why can't people understand this? You can talk until you're blue in the face. Look, there's this, there's that. I'm not for Bernie Sanders. I'm not for Donald Trump. I'm for honest elections. And we are not having honest elections. What's to stop Hillary Clinton from stealing votes in November? Do you think the Republican Party is going to be on the lookout for that? The establishment of the Republican Party is gravitating towards Hillary Clinton. Why can't people understand what's going on? Well, I finally just threw up my hands and said, these people, they're a bunch of cows. But that, as it turns out, was maybe unkind. Because, okay, it's not the cow's fault that it can't think. But you might as well exhort the cows and try and say to them, look, you cows, the farmer is planning to kill you and eat you. And the cows would be like, moo. And even so, you still got to try and explain and hope that the cows might understand. And it was unkind to me to call millions of Americans cows because they don't understand. They don't understand. They see the popcorn popping and you try and explain to them. You say, well, there's a popcorn popper and there's a heat source. And the cows are just like, moo. So even so, it was unkind of me and to call millions of Americans cows. And I came across this admonishment in a book called, well, you probably can't see it, The Ancient Wisdom by Annie Besant. And right there, people will be like, Annie Besant, Theosophy. But I read all kinds of stuff. And sure, I mean, I read some of the Koran, and I didn't become a Muslim. But here's what Annie Besant said about what I unkindly called the cows. As well blame and despise the seed because it is not yet the flower, the bud because it is not yet the fruit, the babe because it is not yet the man, as blame and despise the germinal or baby souls around us because they have not yet developed to the stage we ourselves occupy. And what she's saying there is that these young souls are those who haven't incarnated here that much. They're relatively new and their thinking abilities aren't so developed as the old souls. The old souls have incarnated many, many times. And they are more able to think. So she's saying, well, you might as well blame the baby for not being a man as blame these young souls for not thinking, because that's just where they are. So maybe I was unkind to just sneer at them and call them cows. And the warmongers will be saying, oh, well, are you insulting our heroes, our brave veterans who have fought and died? No, I'm not saying that. They are brave. But what was the point? What was the point of Vietnam? What was the point of Afghanistan? They call them heroes. And I'll close with this about what exactly is a hero. A hero is a soul which has escaped the necessity of rebirth. A hero has escaped the wheel of karma, that they get to a point where they do not have to reincarnate, and yet because they are heroes, they reincarnate even though they have escaped the wheel of karma. So that's what heroes are. And when they say, well, these are our heroes, I don't know. I mean, did they escape the wheel of karma and then they decided to reincarnate anyway out of self-sacrifice? Perhaps. But let's not muddy the issue.
I